If you are looking for the easiest way to make money online, you are in the right place. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 digital product ideas you can create and sell to make around $4,690 a week like I am right now. Plus, I'll show you how to sell them using YouTube and email marketing to grow your own online business. So let's dive in. All right, the first digital product idea is a paid podcast. Let me ask you a question. What if your voice could earn you money every single week? A paid podcast is essentially just like a regular podcast, except for it has a paywall. So people actually have to pay to access it. Now, this could mean it's more like a course that's just put into an audio style, or it could genuinely be just your podcast and you decide to just start charging a small amount every single month. Or it could be a really high ticket program and you could charge $1,000 or $2,000 or more. It's totally up to you. I have done a lot of podcasts over the years. I had a podcast for photographers. I had a podcast called Venture Shorts where I interviewed entrepreneurs like literally 5 days a week. I have a podcast right now called Freedom Creator. There is a link in the description below if you want to check that out. I find podcasting very, very fun, and I also find it kind of low effort. Like if you want, it can just be audio only. So you don't have to show up on video. You don't have to create like loads of downloads and things. You can just create your voice only, and you can literally make it as easy as just recording it into your cell phone, or you can get a podcasting microphone. I started out with the Blue Yeti, and I actually just recently upgraded to the Shure microphone. But back in the day, I literally would just pick up my cell phone, record a voice note audio, and just put that on my podcast. And right now I use what's called Spotify for Creators, and they actually make it so easy for you to upload your podcast. You literally just record the audio file, you log into Spotify for Creators, it's totally free. You drag the file in, you name it, you follow the steps, and it publishes you on Spotify and all the other platforms completely for free. And recently they just came out with a paywall. So you can actually make your podcast paid now. However, there is another software called Hello Audio, and this is a software of a fellow business owner that I've known for a really long time, and I have heard amazing things about Hello Audio. The only reason I haven't ever used it yet is I've just never actually sold a paid podcast digital product, but I think it's amazing and it's something I would definitely consider for the future. And honestly, I always recommend beginners start with an ebook or a training, but I actually think a paid podcast could be really cool. And one thing to keep in mind is this doesn't have to be ongoing. You could have an ongoing podcast where people pay every single month to get ongoing content, or you could just have a one-time price that people unlock a number of episodes and it's not updated all the time. It's just like, oh, you just record a set number of like 10 episodes or whatever it is to help them overcome XYZ pain point, and they pay to access that. Just like an ebook, they just pay one time to get access to the ebook, and it's not like you're creating new pages every single week or whatever. So you can choose if you want this to be a one-off product or if you want this to be ongoing for monthly recurring revenue. Okay, digital product number 2 is a paid community. Now, right now, my number one digital product that I'm focused on is a paid community or membership, whatever you want to call it. And I host mine in school. It is called Freedom Creator Club. We are pushing almost 300 members right now. It is so much fun. We have a very active group. I do a weekly Q&A call. We have a massive program library to help you with everything from growing your YouTube, growing your email list, creating your product, launching your product, scaling your product. We even give you templates for everything, funnel templates, script templates, Canva templates, you name it. Like, we try for it to be as done for you as possible. And then also gives you the training videos so that you can go ahead and make that progress. So I am a huge fan of paid communities. I think that's no secret. And the reason I chose that as my main product for this business is, number one, I am teaching something that doesn't necessarily have an end, so to speak. I am helping people grow their own passive income businesses. And that is something that you're going to need ongoing help with, like growing your YouTube channel. It's not like you just get to 100 subscribers and stop, right? Like, you're going to want ongoing help with that, or creating and selling digital products. Like, you're going to want to keep creating sales, right? So you might have questions the more you grow, right? So I decided, what would be the best fit would be a paid community, AKA a membership, because that way people can pay ongoing for as long as they want to be in, as long as they feel like they are getting the help they need, the resources they need. And then once they feel like, oh, I've got everything I need from this, then they could stop. We've actually had a number of members also return to our membership, which is really cool. And I think that really says how great of a membership that we have. We also have an average stick rate of 6 months, and the membership is only $59 a month. So it really allows anyone to get in and start their own passive income business. We really try to underpromise and overdeliver and make this one of the best paid communities out there. Now, the other reason I decided to go with a paid community / membership is because of MRR, or monthly recurring revenue. Now, I've mentioned this in a couple other videos, but basically my previous business, I just sold one-off digital products, and that was great. And I always recommend people start with something like an ebook or a training, or now, hey, a paid podcast. That's a really good one. But the cool thing with a membership is you get monthly recurring revenue. So you're not starting every single month with 0 sales. You have those returning members that are sticking with you, and you're going to start every single month at X sales. So for me, this has taken a lot of the stress out of the business. It's allowed us to scale more. It's allowed us to hire more. I just find it to be a really solid business model. So this is why I wanted to mention this digital product. Now, I know we've talked about 2 digital products and we have 3 more to talk about, but if you want my full list of all 54 different types of digital products completely for free, you can download it right now in the description below this video. Okay, the next digital product is a mini course. Now, I used to poo-poo on people talking about mini courses because I was just like,
I don't get it. How is it different than a course? But
people really like this term mini course, and I've come to really learn that I think when people think of creating a course, they think it's this really big, massive thing, and sometimes it can be. And so I've actually kind of grown to like the term mini course, because especially for beginners, it's you don't have to create this giant Harvard level 16 module program. In fact, I actually find the more modules and more information you have, the harder it is to sell. I think the more pinpointed and niche you can make your program, the better and easier it's going to be to sell, because people want to buy something to address whatever problem or pain point they have, and they want to be able to overcome that as quickly and easily as possible. So instead of creating a course that's how to go from $0 to $100,000 a year, you could create a mini course specifically targeted to one marketing technique, or specifically targeted to one dog training technique, or specifically targeted to puppies or a certain age range, right? The more specific and niche you can make it, and also saying mini course, I think that also helps your students to be okay, this isn't going to be some big, massive thing that's going to take up a lot of my time. So I've actually come to really grow to like this term. And especially if you're a beginner, I think it's way smarter to start with something smaller that is quicker to create, something that you can pre-sell, create along the way, not some giant, massive program. And again, your students will thank you because they don't want to watch 70 hours of videos either. They just want to get the help they want to get as quickly and easily as possible. Okay, the next digital product is a done for you membership. Now, my membership, Freedom Creator Club, is done with you, or DIY. It's you go through the trainings and you get downloads and things, but you do it yourself. But the with you part is you get weekly Q&A access to me, and we also give you done for you templates and funnels and scripts, and we try to give you as many done for you things as possible. But when it comes to building a business, obviously that's something you kind of have to do on your own, right? But there is such a thing as a done for you membership. And I actually talked about this in a previous video, but I love this example so much that I wanted to share it here again. So I was listening to a podcast maybe 6 months ago. I had just finished this particular season of Survivor that had Liz Wilcox on it. And then it just so happened this podcast I was listening to, they were like, we have Liz Wilcox on this podcast. I was like, what? Why is there a Survivor contestant on a marketing podcast? Turns out she is a marketer, and she has a done for you membership. She said before she left for Survivor, she needed to kind of tweak her business to be able to make money while she was gone, because I think it's several months of filming, and she's actually a copywriter. So she made a done for you membership where you pay X amount every single month and you get done for you written weekly newsletter emails. Now, these are the same for every single person who signs up. She's not writing like custom emails for people, but the cool thing is this is done for you, and all you got to do is just kind of like tweak it to your liking. So you could think to yourself, okay, I could do done for you emails, or you could do like a done for you graphic or Canva template or whatever it is you want to do every single month. Obviously, the marketing ideas come to me first because that's what I do with my niche. But what do you think would be a cool idea for a done for you membership, thinking on like your niche and skill set, or something that you would purchase? And let me know in the comments below. Okay, so number 5 is a live training. I love these, especially for beginners. The only thing is I know a lot of people are like,
I don't want to be live.
They get super scared, but that's actually kind of why I like it, because you can't really procrastinate on it. You essentially sell tickets to this training. You say it's going to happen on this date and time, and you cannot chicken out because you have received this money. And I feel like this is such a good technique, especially for procrastinators, because you can't really procrastinate on this, right? Like you have to be like, okay, I'm going to sell this thing. The training is going to be on XYZ. It's going to take place on X day at X time. It's this much money, you know. And the cool thing is you get to get money up front to make sure that it sells. So if you don't get any sales, you just don't do the training, and then you can try marketing it a different way, right? But if you get the sales, not only is it amazing because you got the sales and you built your confidence, but now you actually have to do the training. And the best part is you do the training, you record it, and now you can sell the recording as a passive digital product as well. I love this one, again, especially as beginners. And if you're really, really terrified of the live aspect, you can do this exact same strategy, but just pre-record it. And then you could stream it, or you could just sell the recording of it as well. But I love anything that you can pre-sell, especially as a beginner, because the worst thing that I absolutely hate to see is when people are like,
Molly, I spent a year on my course and it doesn't sell.
I'm like, like you should have never, ever been building your digital product for months, first of all, let alone building your digital product before you knew that you were for sure going to be able to sell it, right? And that's why I love doing the technique of pre-selling. In fact, earlier on in my business, I used to host live paid workshops like every quarter, sometimes every single month. And this can be a really great way too in the beginning to test to see what is going to really hit and sell with your audience. Of course, I always recommend doing a survey, but if you're not really getting good answers with your survey, or you're not really seeing what's selling the best, think of maybe 3 to 5 different topics you could do these live trainings on, and then do them all, sell them all. You're going to make money on all of them as long as you marketed them properly. And then you can see, okay, which one sold the best, which one made the most sales, which one converted the highest. And then you could focus all in on that one and just sell more and more and more of that. Now, if you want my full, expansive, free, on-demand workshop all about passive income, how to come up with your product idea, how to grow your audience, how to sell everything on autopilot for consistent passive income, then go register for this free on-demand training now. It is the first link in the description below this video. So what did you think? Which of these digital products is your favorite? Which one are you like, you know what? I think I could make that one happen. That one seems interesting. Go ahead in the comments below. Let me know which of these 5 digital products was your favorite, along with your top takeaway from this video, and I will respond to every single one. And now that you know the 5 digital products, let's talk about where you can sell these online. Now, I know there's a lot of YouTube videos out there, sell on Etsy, sell on Amazon, sell here, sell here. Well, I have been successfully selling digital products as my full-time income since 2014, and I have always sold to my own audience online. I cannot recommend this enough. Really, I know you're like,
but I don't have an audience.
Grow one. I didn't have one at first either. It is so worth it though. Not only does it make selling your digital products so much easier, but it also allows you to have additional streams of revenue, things like affiliate income, brand deals, and more. And growing your own following online means that you don't need to worry about the competition. People will buy from you because they like and follow you. If you are on Etsy or Amazon or something like that, you'd have to pay listing fees, pay for ads. There's so much competition. You wouldn't be able to showcase your personality to stand out on those platforms. So that is where you want to sell these online. You want to grow your own following and then create freebies just like I did. I mentioned freebies throughout this whole video to move your followers to email subscribers and then sell through automated emails. I have a lot more videos on this topic on my channel. And now that you know these 5 digital products, you might be wanting more unique digital product ideas, but how do you do that? Well, it all starts with watching this video next here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be way more powerful. See you in the next video.